All right, mamas, you clicked on this video because you're probably wondering how to prepare your vagina to send a human through it. So in this video, we are talking about perineal massages. We are talking about evening primrose oil, vitamin E, and sitting on a birth ball. So stick with me as we talk about these things. The perineal massage. First of all, what is the perineum? The perineum is the section of skin that is between the vagina and the anus, and it is the area that is most likely to tear during childbirth. And so there are lots of things that you can do during labor to help prevent getting that tear, but I want to talk about a few things that you can do before labor begins that will help avoid getting that tear, and that will help protect that perineum. So the first thing, like I was talking about, is the perineal massage. All right, and you might be thinking, that is not the kind of massage that I go get at the spa. No, it is not. But what you are going to do is you are going to first actually talk to your doctor about it, because all of these things you want to make sure you are cleared to do from your doctor, from your OB, from your midwife, whoever, before you do any of these things. The second thing after you've done that is to have clean hands. So a lot of women are going to do this in the bathtub or in the shower just because that's where it's convenient and probably most comfortable, honestly. And so you're going to make sure you are clean, you are sanitary. And you are going to use 2 fingers and you are going to insert them into your vagina. If you don't know where that is, it's where you put your tampon. It's where your baby's going to come out. So you're going to need to know where that is. But you put it up your vagina and you're going to feel, if you push your fingers towards your butt, you're going to feel that perineum. All right. So this perineum massage is going to be like a nice stretch. It's not going to be super comfortable. You want to do it a little bit to where it's like when you're stretching and you're like, you can feel it in your like hamstrings. You're like, oh, that's a good stretch. That's how you want it to feel. So it shouldn't be painful. You shouldn't be bleeding. If it is painful, if you are bleeding, you're doing it too hard. So you're going to stretch towards your butt. And as you're stretching it towards your butt, you can do it in kind of like a rainbow motion to give that perineum a little bit of a bigger stretch. So just like this. And like I said, it's easy to do it in the shower or the bath because it's just more comfortable. Even the heat will help relax and loosen those muscles. And what that's going to do is that it's just going to stretch it a little bit. It's just going to give that little aid so that as your baby comes out, it's already been stretched a little bit out and helping your baby get out. So the second thing that I want to talk to you guys about is evening primrose oil. Now there are limited formal studies done on using evening primrose oil, but a lot of informal like women coming forward and saying that they really believe that these help them during their or in preparing for their labor. So I used evening primrose oil and I definitely think that it helped a lot with just preparing my vagina for birth. So evening primrose oil has linoleic acid in it, which is a form of omega-6s, and it can help in uterine contractions. But a lot of women also say that using evening primrose oil helped them with dilation and effacement. So again, before you use this, you want to talk to your doctor about it. But for me, starting at 35 weeks, I started taking 2 a day, just orally. And I would usually just take them at night. And then at 37 weeks, I would put one up vaginally. So once it's up there, it has a gel like capsule coating, and so it would just dissolve in the vagina, and the oil that's in it, like I was saying, the linoleic omega-6 oil is going to help coat your cervix, and it's going to eventually help in those uterine contractions as well as that dilation and effacement. One tip that I do want to give you is to use a panty liner when you are using these vaginally, just because it is an oil, and so after that gel capsule disintegrates, it's going to leave that oil residue and it can sometimes leak out. But I would just do it at bedtime so that, I wasn't walking around and stuff, and put a panty liner in and I was pretty much all set to go. And it just helps you not be as messy. I got these at a health store. So you might be able to find one at your local health store, but I will link a brand down below that you can get online. The third thing for you is vitamin E oil. Now, vitamin E oil, I would just put on like the outer part of my vagina and put a little bit in the vagina as well. And this was basically just like a moisturizer kind of for the vagina. Vitamin E oil is just super, super good for you, and it helped really with the elasticity of the skin, especially as your body is going to have to stretch a whole lot in order to get that baby's head out. So the vitamin E oil, you would just, after a shower, after a bath, make sure you're clean hands, obviously, and I would just rub it like under, like at the vaginal opening, and then a little bit inside the vagina as well. So the previous three that I just talked about were really helping with your skin and the muscles that are going to work in order to stretch and get that baby out. But the last one that I want to give you is sitting on a birth ball, and that is going to help more so with like your pelvis than it is going to do with the muscles that are going to have to stretch in order to get that baby out. Now, sitting on a birth ball, you want to do it correctly, but doing it is going to really help open up those hips. And so while you are, sitting on your birthing ball, you want to make sure that your knees are a little bit just slightly above your hips in order for your like hips to be sitting a little bit lower so that your pelvis is opening up a little bit better. You want to be doing your side to side sways on the birthing ball and doing your figure eights on the birthing ball as well. You can do cat and cow poses while you're sitting on the birthing ball, and what that's going to do is really just help open up your pelvis so that it's starting to make way for your baby to come through it. So I hope these things are going to be helpful to you as you are thinking about preparing for your labor. If you try some of these things, let me know how you feel like they've been working for you. If you've tried them in the past and you feel like they've worked or they didn't, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, please ask them. I would love to answer them if I can. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos, and I will see you in the next video, mamas. Bye.